Hear the Sasquatch howling in the night. Paranormal beings come out to play. Feel that chill upon your neck. But do not fear when the Rougarou barks, because we'll follow you into the dark. We'll follow you into the dark.
Into the Dark contains subject matter and language that may be unsuitable for younger listeners. Listener discretion is advised. Hello, greetings, and welcome to NWCS Into the Dark. This is phenomenal episode number
38.
38. Correct.
38.
Correct,
Wow.
gentlemen. Number 38. Almost to
38.
40.
A pause there.
Almost to 40.
Pause.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
There
everybody
was a
was
little
gonna
pause in there.
join in with the big number
Oh.
8.
I know. I was Jesse and I were on sync, but we just sat there.
What is the significance of 8? I don't get it. What did I miss?
There is none.
Oh, okay.
We just
We're
try to
having a party.
we
after
try to
this.
elaborate, make it sound better than what it actually is.
Oh, sorry. I didn't get the memo. Let me try again. Yeah.
Check your notes.
Isn't that the
Check your
premise?
notes.
Isn't that the premises of every single episode? Just make it sound better.
really, really impressive.
Every
No,
episode
no,
is
it's
gonna get
it's not.
It's
It's
Scott
not.
and Jesse are still alive.
It's not. But this one is huge. This one is
huge.
This one is
Huge.
beyond
It's huge.
Really?
huge. It's
bigger than the last episode.
it's huger than huge.
I'm here for it.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
people
this
are saying these
one
days.
this one
I'm
is
here for it.
amazing. I'll say it's amazing. What is this episode about anyway?
Glitches.
That's right, glitches in the Matrix. Huge, huge. Because we
What is
are
this
going
episode
to
about?
we're going to break some boundaries here with this.
Are we?
Yeah, this
Wow.
is. I wouldn't be surprised if some big media people contact us after this.
Really?
Yeah,
think so?
I'm going to be dropping some
Science?
big stuff. Yeah, some scientific
Well,
stuff.
Not like in the
Like
bathroom. earlier.
groundbreaking.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
You heard it here first,
yeah.
everyone.
Anything new? Anybody got anything new?
Where are we going in 2 weeks?
Wolf Creek Inn. I'm so excited.
Where's that at
I have a
again?
little tingling.
I'm all in.
I have some tingling in my knee, my kneecap.
Ian.
It's tingling.
That's called
Your kneecap?
arthritis.
Yeah,
Wait, your kneecap.
yeah, my left kneecap
That's
is tingling. I'm
That's
so excited.
arthritis.
That's probably our
Oh, is that what it is?
Right. You're getting older.
I just thought it was like excitement for our upcoming trip.
So wait,
Sometimes I get so excited that the whole left side of my body, like
That's because you were
Freezes up.
sleeping on that one side.
my whole,
Oh,
I
weird.
have no control over the left side of my body.
That's
Do you
not
smell
good.
toast?
That's not good.
It's just excitement.
Maybe it's precursors to MS or something.
so where's the Wolf Creek Inn?
In Wolf Creek.
What?
Look at Rob representing NWCS over there.
I know.
He's been doing
He's
that.
got his
I
Adidas.
even had my NWCS hat.
Oh, he has like one of the first edition hats.
Yeah, check that out.
That's like
What is
that'd be
all
worth
over
something.
it?
I
that's a-
can't check that out, by the way.
That's a dirty ass hat.
It's weathered. That's the
That's
look.
the way you made it.
Is it the Ghostbusters
It
one?
looks like you have
Or is it the-
ectoplasm all over it.
It's
Is that
the-
ectoplasm
It's the tan base camp
logo?
logo.
Oh,
That needs to go in the
it
wash.
looks all weathered and stuff.
It,
the
no,
original.
it just needs to go in the
I'm
wash.
sad I can't see you guys.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
Okay,
we're going to
okay,
get you up
okay.
here, and we're going to see your beautiful, beautiful manly face here just in
All right.
a few minutes.
So the historic Wolf Creek Inn, where history and luxury meet. The walls tell stories. Come listen.
So someone wrote on the wall.
I better not have. So that's their
Not yet.
homepage.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna
really
be cool.
excited.
So Danny,
I'm hoping the bar's open.
So
Not
the,
that I really drink or
the
anything, but
restaurant is open
Is it?
8:30
I
to
think we've learned our
8:30.
lesson.
Can you
from
pull the
that.
menu up for me?
I already pulled it up and looked.
What do
at
they
it.
have?
I think
What-
Scott's going to need a bar. Is there a bar that's
Like, give
open
me,
later than
give me an
that?
idea what they have on their menu.
They have a
Chicken fried steak, I'm betting.
No, they got a pretty limited menu.
Oh,
Oh. Basket of tots.
They've got their special is blueberry and raspberry pancakes.
yeah. I don't like breakfast.
What's that
they
about?
have
Rob and I'll hit it.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. They're a restaurant and their specialty is blueberry
no.
pancakes?
That's what they have for breakfast. That's their special for breakfast.
That sounds good.
But
they've-
really? I mean, how
It's
difficult is
No,
that?
they're red, white, and blue pancakes.
Yeah.
It's America.
You look like you have to strain your neck to talk in that microphone.
Well, I'm trying to keep it out of my way so I don't
And he's working on his posture.
do like you guys.
Working on his posture.
They have. Well, you don't like breakfast, but they got the normal 2-egg classic. They got omelets and
Let's talk about like
Scrambles.
entrees. What do they have like as far
Do
as
they have a
entrees?
buffet? Is what Scott's asking.
I know they don't have a buffet.
no buffet.
Grilled cheese.
Tell me,
grilled cheese,
tell me a
hamburgers,
good entree they might have.
meatloaf. How about meatloaf?
Just
They-
so I can mentally prepare myself.
They
Meatloaf.
have a good old American apple pie.
Yeah, they have a
You had
house made
meatloaf.
meatloaf.
Ooh.
But I think Scott, out of this menu,
It looks like they have
I think he's gonna go for the French dip. He's got to try the French dip there.
Yeah.
I am kind of a French. Let's stop talking about food. I'm hungry. Anybody else have anything new? Danny?
Who's all in the studio today?
In the studio today, we have myself. We've got Jesse.
Yeah.
We've got Tab.
Hello.
We have Danny.
Oh yeah.
Danny's not in the
All right.
studio. What?
Moving on.
Why
Hey.
you?
Moving on.
Hey.
Why you do that, bro?
Rob's here.
Moving on.
He hasn't been here for the last couple.
One. I missed one.
I'm
I
sorry.
hit-
I'm sorry. I forgot
I hit a
Rob was
sore
here because
spot?
he hasn't been
And
here.
who else was supposed to be here today?
Cocksucker.
Wasn't it?
And we have Rob. Pleasant Rob.
Hello.
Hello, Rob.
Cocksucker.
Anybody?
So much love.
You know,
I got something new. Hey, so
Anyway,
look,
hey Jesse, what do you got?
that's so old. That was so last episode.
That was awesome.
That was last episode. Hey, so I was working the other night,
All right, you guys ready to move on?
late night, and I was
no,
listening.
you weren't working late at night. No way. Not you.
Oh, he's already on the edge of walking out.
I know this is amazing. I'm all in.
I'm all in.
All right,
think
sorry,
that-
Scott. Go ahead.
I think
Go
the
ahead.
shenanigans have to stop.
Go ahead.
I mean, we
Go.
never get to our points. It gets all kinds of sideways. I think the shenanigans need.
I got
to stop.
something
You
new.
just get me
What shirt are
frustrated.
you?
What
Let's
do
talk
you-
about the sweatshirt you're
Let's
wearing.
not talk about that.
No, we're not.
We're
I
not.
did
we're not
get that
going there.
feedback from one of our listeners, by the way.
What?
The
They
Scott
want
number.
less shenanigans.
Oh, really? Well, good. See,
Yeah.
I'm proving my point. Less shenanigans.
Okay, go ahead, Scott.
How are you getting feedback and we're not? Do you have like a fan?
Because
Hey.
they're talking about your shenanigans, Scott, and so they don't want to come to you about it.
Yeah, this isn't called NWCS Into the Shenanigans. It's called Into the Dark. Let's stay focused and talk about what people want to hear. Strange.
Scott and I were just talking about
Strange
this
and
last
unusual
night.
things.
We're like, I think are we doing this to like entertain other people, or are we just entertaining
Or
ourselves?
ourselves.
It's for ourselves.
Yeah.
No, I listened to it. I'm like, that is freaking hilarious. But does anyone else get that? Like, I don't think they
Right.
do. I don't think
Right.
they do.
Probably not.
It's funny for us, but
Without having to like really know Jesse, it's not very funny. So let's be serious.
What were we talking about?
I don't know. Let's be serious.
less
Scott
shenanigans.
had something new. That was
he
what
did.
it was.
I did 10 minutes ago. I had something new, but
Less-
I forgot.
yeah,
I forgot what it was.
shenanigans.
No, I was working the other night, and I was listening to my favorite radio program, and it wasn't on. But what was on was the iHeartMedia Podcast Awards, and I was waiting, waiting.
Are you still waiting?
Yeah, we were never mentioned. They
my
talked about
God.
all these podcasts, and I was like, they got to talk about us.
Of course.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing.
Who do we call about that?
I mean, technically, we probably wouldn't have gotten like a phone call beforehand to like prep us, but I was literally waiting for a phone call to be like,
I think they
"You've
surprise
won
you with
the
those things now."
Paranormal Podcast Award."
Does anybody know how many podcasts there are?
They were talking about that on the awards. There's literally like 10 million podcasts.
Yeah. You know which number we are out of 10 million?
11 million?
Yeah.
Yeah. I probably.
but in fairness, not all of them survive as long as we have.
Yeah,
That's
how many
because-
episodes
lot
are
of
on
them-
there?
We
A
don't
lot of them
have.
start and then not go anywhere.
Yeah,
Like this one?
Well,
There's literally 6 listeners, and that are all in the studio right now. We just
We
listen
should
to
update
them
Over and
our
over.
viewers.
over and over and laugh at our own jokes.
I think we're in our own glitch of the Matrix. We just keep on kind of like Groundhog Day. We just
Right.
keep on doing the same. This is probably the same episode every
I
time.
switch countries with my VPN and then listen again.
Well, Danny just moves around. Danny moves around California to change it up.
That's giving us our international viewers. I appreciate that, Danny.
Yeah.
I was wondering who was listening from Zimbabwe.
Because I'm the
Yeah,
one. Because I'm the one that goes to Kansas to log in from the library. So we get those Kansas viewers. Anyway, where are we going with this? Yeah, no mention of us on iHeartRadio podcast. Awards.
That's
Anyone else?
unfortunate.
Anyone else have anything new?
Seems like I do, but I can't.
We are going to the Wolf Creek Inn.
Yeah.
Have we decided? Are we going to? I'm rethinking. I think we do need to do a Facebook Live on that, Danny.
And we need to get that damn
Yeah.
vehicle in.
We haven't done that.
No, we
No.
haven't.
I'm driving
Well,
myself.
we need to get it started, right?
Yeah, that's the
Got to
other
find the
thing.
battery.
That's
Maybe
the other
we'll.
thing. Is
Maybe I'll head there right after.
it's not running right now.
I should. Yeah.
Somebody else needs to be responsible for base camp. Like I don't
No,
want
I-
it.
we
At
just
my,
need
I
to
don't
get,
want it
I
at my
gave
house
you
anymore.
a battery maintainer.
I'll just park it at my
a
house.
fleet
I'm sure.
manager?
I'm sure my neighbors
Oh,
would
yeah,
mind.
they'll like that.
Yeah, base camp is not running right now, Danny.
Oh, wait. Oh.
It's like brand new.
Are we moving
Are we
on?
walking?
Are we moving on?
Are we,
Yeah. Scott doesn't want to talk
I
about
think-
base camp right now.
No, I just
I
don't like
think
the
just a side
responsibility
note-
of having
I'll
to
take
like,
care of it.
maintain
Done.
everything.
Done.
I'm not
I'll
a-
take care of it.
I'm not a maintainer. I don't know how. I can't.
You just let it sit out there and
Yeah, like I.
Did the corner of the studio drop even more? Because that light looks like it's tilting
It's
even
falling
more.
apart. It's falling apart.
I think we have like a black hole or something in the studio.
Oh my gosh, there is. There's a big gap. In
I
the
know.
floor.
We need some sort of GoFundMe account.
Holy
for
cow!
NWCS.
You see the
Go-
gap? It's like
it's
That's
we
like
have the
3
OnlyFans
inches
page.
from the baseboard.
we're going to
Well-
be sitting here and then all of a sudden we're going to be doing the podcast from the basement.
Right. In all fairness, Mondo was sitting there last time, so
Oh, wow.
Mondo.
just saying.
No, he wasn't. He was sitting in Rob's
Wow.
seat.
With no pants on.
Yeah.
I know all my shit was all messed
Watch
up.
your mouth.
Oh, I'll bleep it.
Family friendly.
I'll
Watch your
bleep it.
mouth. Watch your mouth.
Don't
I'm getting close. I'm getting closer to the right
spot.
the right spot.
Okay.
You guys want to know something really quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
According to ResearchGate.net, 56% of podcasts have fewer than 10 episodes. 17%
wow.
have fewer than 50 episodes.
Well, that's
That's
Just
50.
so you know.
Did you say 50%?
Yeah, 50.
Well, we got to hit 5-0.
17% have fewer than 50.
Wow. Okay.
So I think we're ready to
So we
break
just
some norms.
maybe
here.
we just sit down and do 20 more today.
No, we only need to do like 10 more, 12 more.
12 more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
No, we got to
Wait,
get over the 50.
Time
though.
out. Scott just did math in his head.
like.
Well, I was going to go above and
Not
beyond.
very,
is
it's
what
not
I
very
was thinking.
difficult.
You can't figure out how many people are in the studio. What are you talking about?
That's where it gets confusing.
Hey,
That's where it gets
too
confusing.
much, too much
through
banter.
five.
Too
One
much
through five.
banter.
You know what, Rob?
Yeah.
Scott,
We only need one bully in this
Really?
studio.
I'm not bullying
Big
you.
system.
I'm
You're
just
bu-
stating a
big system.
fact.
Okay.
Scott's a little sensitive
Remember Danny's
I like it. Yeah,
remember Danny's fan said less shenanigans.
I'm
Do
not.
you have the name of the fan? We can give him a shout out.
It's undisclosed.
All right, undisclosed.
Yeah, that's
Let's talk.
confidential.
Let's move to our topic, which is glitches in the Matrix. Tab, why don't you explain for us?
He was-
why don't you explain for us
Well,
this whole Matrix thing?
He
Like
was
this-
just getting ready to do something.
like
He
this-
just totally put me on the spot.
Well, I know that you are probably a little bit more knowledgeable of this than everybody
really?
else. So yeah,
What
so
makes you think that?
Do I have to go
I don't
first?
know.
Well,
You're
no, I
smarter
mean-
than most of the people in this room, particularly Jesse. So if there's a
Who? What?
if there is this
Talk about bullies.
if there is this other dimension, the Matrix, like how does that work?
I don't know if
do-
it's
how do
so much
glitches-
dimensional. I think it's some people believe that we're living in a simulation.
like a computer generated simulation,
Right.
And we're pawns,
Right.
in
And
this,
they're
like,
comparing it to all the advances made in computer graphics and that and the network and everything, and how it's, it doubles every 5 years or whatever, and then people are seeing these strange anomalies on like YouTube, but people will put up videos on YouTube and people can't explain what they're recording. Like, for example, some of them I can explain because I've actually witnessed it. I don't know I'm sure you've seen planes come in on I-84 going out towards like Gresham and well, the airport's right there. And if you get in if you're going a certain speed limit and the plane is coming in for a landing and the foreground is matching your speed and the plane, it makes it look like the plane is just sitting in one spot as you're driving
Yeah, I've
by.
seen. I watched a couple of videos like that. Yeah,
I've actually witnessed it myself.
It's because the Earth is flat. Duh.
Right. I mean, that's just one example.
So similar to the helicopters where they show it taking off, but the propellers look like they're not moving.
Yeah, well, that's a camera
shutter speed
match to it's taking pictures of the blade in the same spot.
Right.
Could you argue that is the shutter speed of our eyes? If there were such a thing.
Nice one.
Oh, see?
I like that.
Could be.
Yeah.
All right, so our topic tonight is glitches in the Matrix tab. What do you got?
You're the smartest one here. Why do you explain to us the whole premise of the Matrix and if there is this alternate world, how it works?
If you want to get into the movie The Matrix, I think it's got a ton of
Glitches?
Well, no, it's got a ton of different meanings. And, I mean, it could be political if you wanted to go that round or that way. It could be, the simulation that some people believe that we're living in.
I think Tab took the blue pill.
Yeah?
You definitely took the blue pill.
What makes you think I took the blue pill?
Because you're noticing all these glitches in the Matrix. The guys over here that took the red pill, they're like, I'm all in.
I was thinking a different blue pill. Sorry, I was like, I thought you noticed something there, Adam, that I didn't. Wow.
Reference to the original Matrix.
I thought it was the guy that took the red pill was noticing the glitches in the Matrix.
No, I think it's the blue one.
I think you're wrong.
You go down the rabbit hole.
The blue one, you wanna stay in the Matrix.
So the premise of the Matrix theory is that we live in a world of simulation, that we basically are, what do you call those things?
Glitches.
No.
Avatars.
In a computer system, and somebody else is controlling everything that we see and do.
I think a 10-year-old boy is controlling me. That's why I'm like... That's why I'm always attacking.
Yeah, finish this thought.
I'm pretty sure his 7-year-old sister's controlling Scott. That's why I'm so focused on just beating him down.
So you're controlled by a 10-year-old bully.
Are you focused on beating me down?
Well, no.
Do you know what I think it is?
What's that?
I think you guys are secretly lovers. You just love each other so much.
He did give me a back rub before the podcast.
Right.
Wow.
He really did.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Anyway, my experience. So I'll just add really quick. When I started looking at stuff, it just this whole rabbit hole of doppelgangers.
Yeah, I saw a lot of that.
And some of them weren't even close. Like some guy had a beard and a bald head, so the guy said, "Oh, here's my doppelganger," and they look nothing alike. But there's some of them that wearing the exact same thing at the exact same time at the exact same place. I don't know. That to me just seems like coincidence.
I don't know what baseball teams these two guys were on, but I saw
that too.
Where they looked identical.
Yeah.
And then they did an actual DNA test and figured that they weren't related in any way.
Yeah.
Really?
But they looked like
but they were both
identical
on a professional baseball team.
Yeah, and they had same
mannerisms.
Same disorders, like same surgeries and
really?
Just crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
So probably the most convincing photo that I've found on this glitch in the Matrix is this old bicycle. I don't know if you guys ran across it, but it's literally in a bike rack, and it looks like somebody smashed the rim. You know, the rim's all bent, but it's parked in like a puddle, so you can see the reflection of the bike in the puddle. When you look at the bike, the rim is completely smashed. Somebody jumped it or something, smashed it, but in its reflection, it's a perfect bicycle tire. So it's like the glitch in the Matrix is the glitch is it thinks it's perfect. You know, it's not busted.
Yeah,
but
the angle,
it actually is.
Yeah,
That's weird.
So it's
How do you know that photo wasn't Photoshopped?
You have no idea.
Right.
I know. I mean, I saw lots of photos. You know, like this older lady, you know, wearing bifocals with sunglasses on top of her head, just a floral pattern, sitting in a bus. Between her is a lady, and then there's an exact same duplicate lady doing the exact same thing. You know, bifocals, same pattern on, you know, wearing the same pattern shirt, blouse, and doing crossword puzzles, and it was same hair color, everything. I thought that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, but how do you know that wasn't Photoshopped?
No, I know.
I mean,
I know.
The problem.
I mean,
the problem with all of this is that everybody tries to put forth this theory of these things based on certain things that could easily be. That's the problem with Google and the internet. You know, it's like
right. Some of these apps, what they can do to your face.
Yeah, so much of it, or even your voice. Like quite literally, you could make a conversation that somebody had and program the conversation to say with that person's voice what you want it to say.
Well, we can get into AI too. I mean, there's AI software out there that actually picks up the phone and you can have a conversation with a computer and you wouldn't even know it. I mean, I could have swore when I called Amazon once. I thought the way that they were answering, it just got kind of repetitive. I thought I was talking to a bot.
I think it is.
Sometimes I swear it's like I have to or when you try to do it through text to get support, you don't know if you're actually talking to someone or a bot.
Right. I would imagine most of those times you're not talking to somebody real. It's all very confusing. But you know, when you're doing the research on these glitches in the Matrix, like we all did, except for Jesse, most of it that you see could very easily be altered, or the one that I think was kind of most compelling, and I'm not sure why they would have done it because I know a lot of people actually saw it, was the Pope. When the Pope was talking and then he turned around and disappeared, it kind of glitched and he disappeared when he was talking.
Because he's magical.
Oh, I didn't come across that one.
Powers.
Yeah, you should look it up. Pope disappears. So he comes out to speak to all the people, and everybody saw it. So he comes out to give this speech, and then he turns around to go back in, and he glitched and then disappeared.
Yeah. I mean, I saw some videos where some celebrities glitched, you know, or they were talking, and then they just kind of, I don't know, they just, unnatural glitch. Expression, totally out of context, and then just kind of snap back.
So, I mean, it's not, so I take something like that is something that's not Photoshopped, but people actually witnessed and talked about and saw and filmed.
Yeah.
So you take something like that on the surface is realistic, but then come up with some sort of a plausible explanation of why. Well, maybe the Pope was sick, and it's not too far-fetched to believe that the Vatican has that kind of technology to just do a screen and a hologram, not even a hologram, but just project the image.
I can see that actually.
Yeah, and so he was sick, but they don't want
They
the people.
did that with Michael Jackson.
Did they?
Yeah, Michael Jackson and Tupac. They created a whole
It was like
realistic.
Instead of I'm bad
thing.
tour, it was I'm back tour.
Gosh, you know, bringing that up, Danny, I'm going to take us down a side alley here, but
No.
So it's funny that you mentioned that because in doing my research on glitches in the Matrix, I came across, and I wish I had written down the guy's name, but there's this guy that looks like it could be Michael Jackson today.
Yeah.
And nobody really knows who he is, but he's running in the circles of celebrities. And somebody should look that up because it's weird.
I think I've seen that before.
Yeah, he's running in the circles of celebrities, and he literally kind of drops these weird hints that it could be Michael Jackson. and his face is all just really like overly plastic surgery. Like it almost doesn't even look like a real face.
We're getting into like Illuminati.
But yeah, I mean, look up Michael Jackson. I don't even know what you would look up. I don't know. I went down a rabbit hole to find that, but it was actually
It's
real.
so easy to
He
do.
sounds like him, but he's not claiming to be him at all. But he's running with these circles, and the people in those circles don't really know who he is or where he's from. He just kind of like popped up in these circles of celebrities and millionaires, and
That's
I
weird.
wish I knew his name.
So he had an in, obviously.
so he had an
so
in.
somebody's got to know.
Yeah.
His name is Jackson Michael.
Yeah, no. I wish I could remember his name. Somebody needs to Google that before we're done with the show. But
I'll see if I can dig in here.
and there's video of him at these events, and Frank something. Anyway, that should be a whole nother episode. That guy. But anyway, so like I was saying, like you have these things aside from something that could be clearly Photoshop, but you look into it and then try to find some sort of a plausible explanation, like the Pope. And I really do think that the Pope was just sick and they didn't want people to miss this mass that he was doing or something, so they just created this computer generated image of him. And if you guys haven't seen it, it's actually pretty weird to see that Pope video, and everybody's literally watching, going, "Oh my God, he just disappeared!" Like the whole crowd saw it. I don't necessarily think that was a glitch in the Matrix, but
I found one guy named Sergio Cortez.
no, I don't think that was.
They're calling for DNA test because
Let me
I
see
guess.
what it looks like.
Well, I'm just now looking. So, but definitely not a Frank or whatever.
I don't remember.
Where does he live?
I'm looking right here to see.
Jesse?
Oh wow,
Yes.
definitely looks like him.
Did you guys come across that one video where someone's driving through a park and everybody's standing still?
Yeah, I think that they proved that was a flash mob.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking, and they just happened to drive through
Yeah.
when it was happening.
They do these
What?
surprise flash mob things where they just try to freak people out, so everybody just stops and
Yeah, just a big
yeah.
group. But could you imagine
Yeah, that
if
would
you
be
were
really
driving through a
weird.
park and everybody was just standing there still?
Kind of reminds me of this. Find it here. There was a story of a lot of people are giving their Matrix stories. That reminds me of this one.
I actually had one happen
This is
the other day.
This is called Just Stopping for Gas, and this is just a website where people share their glitch in the Matrix stories. And similar to that flash mob incident where people are just kind of stopped and frozen in time. So this gal's boyfriend told him this story, and the sister and mom confirmed it. But the boyfriend was driving in Texas on his way to visit relatives, and it was dead in the night on a 2-lane highway in the middle of nowhere, basically. They hadn't passed a gas station in a while, and his tank was getting low, so they decided to stop at the next available station. So after they rolled into this small town, there was a lit-up diner on the right and a local gas
I've
station
heard
on the
this
left.
story.
And all the lights were on and cars were filling up, so he figured the place was open. So he pulled in, and it seemed to be exceptionally busy for the time of night, but he really needed gas, so he decided to wait in line to fill up. So they're waiting in line. There was only 2 cars ahead of him, so it shouldn't take long. At this point, his sister wakes up in the back seat, and she goes, "What's taking so long?" And she's like, "It's been like 10 minutes and no one's moved." Then all of a sudden, his sister blurts out, "None of the people are moving." Sure enough, the people waiting in the cars, the people filling up, the cashiers, and the people in the convenience store, no one had moved since they pulled up to the station. They said that their hearts started racing at that point, pulled up to get a closer look, and every single person at the gas station was a mannequin. So basically, they just got out of there as fast as they could.
Did you say what state they were in?
Texas.
Texas.
Yeah.
That'd be. I want to do that.
So it almost seems like that could be just some kind of wealthy guy prank. He is probably not too far from his house, and he just that doesn't seem to me to be like a Matrix type thing.
Yeah.
If it was actually people that weren't moving, but
I
man, how
thought
funny
you were-
how funny would that be if you were just kind of like an eccentric millionaire?
Yeah.
And you just
You just
bought a
paid
gas station.
and paid a group of actors to just like
Yeah.
freeze.
Yeah, or
I
just
do that for fun on the weekends.
Wow.
That's kind of like our podcast where we, just do it for our own kicks. He's
No-
probably sitting.
no apparent reason
Yeah,
at
he's
all.
probably just sitting in his house going like, "Look at these guys. This is hilarious."
This is completely off subject, so I'm going to go down another alleyway.
Oh,
here.
we never do that.
Yeah. So,
Just listen to our year in review.
so my girlfriend, her friend, we got this little town called Malala here in Oregon.
I was going to bring that up.
Malala.
Yeah.
At the gas station?
Yeah. So my girlfriend and her friend, her female friend, were pulled up to get gas, and they sat at this gas station for literally almost 10 minutes waiting for the attendant to come.
Yeah, because here in Oregon,
You pump your own gas. Or people pump your gas, right? So they're sitting and just
gas
waiting
attendants.
and waiting, and they're just carrying on a conversation because they're just waiting for the guy to pull up and pump their gas. Well, apparently, like 5-10 minutes go by, and they realize that the gas station had been closed for like years.
Yeah, the gas was like
Yeah.
like $1.50.
And they looked up the gas and it said like $1.50, and they're like, "Oh my god, this place has been closed for like 10 years."
Damn, I thought we were getting a deal.
Wow.
But they
I'll wait
sat,
10
sat there for like 10 minutes. Has nothing to do. Maybe that was a glitch in the Matrix. I don't know. Maybe they went.
Yeah.
Could have been.
I actually
Did they-
personally
did they-
had a glitch
did they fill
happen
up the
this
last
last week.
Well, hold on. Tab
So-
just had a glitch happen to him last week.
Well, I came home.
No way.
That's weird.
Yeah. And I had to go get my son, but I just had to do something real quick at home. And so I went in, checked the mail, and I did a couple of things. I literally went into the kitchen and into the bathroom. That's what I remember doing. And then as I was leaving, I couldn't find my wallet. I thought maybe I put it down because I brought a bunch of things in with me, but I just dropped them off in the kitchen. I don't remember going anywhere else, and I just couldn't find my wallet. And so I went and got my son, came back. I was like, cleaned up the countertop just to make sure that I didn't put it under something. And in the living room, it was in my boot. And I never took my shoes off. It was in a boot I wasn't wearing that day, but how did my wallet get in my boot? I just was tripping on that.
That is weird.
Are we sure it wasn't paranormal?
I mean, it could be paranormal. It could be a glitch in the Matrix. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was really strange.
I
Was like, I don't even remember going in the living room.
Like you set
Yeah.
your wallet on the counter and it glitched and fell on your boot.
Yeah. It's just odd. I was like, to this day, I do not know how my wallet ended up in my boot.
Apple makes AirTags for that now. Just so you
I know. Yeah. They have this
Hey,
little disc.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have questions about this. Let me chime in here. So as I kind of dug into this a little bit, I wanted to try and take an approach to understand the theory and how people validate that. So one of the questions I had as I kind of dug into it was, what is the argument for, and how do you prove it? So as near as I can tell, most people aren't making the argument that it's the matrix, quote unquote, exists because of this theory based on my understanding is called Bayesian statistics, where the probability that as we evolve our technology and we get closer and closer to things like virtual reality and video games and things like that look more realistic because of the rate of evolution over time, Bayesian statistics says that the probability is likely that we will get to a place where we won't be able to tell the difference between the two.
Yeah.
Most people that or most things that I've seen, or people talk about, are based on that theory. So, and then I wonder too, at the same time, how do you? Okay, so that's our working theory. Is that the probability is that these video games or technology will evolve to that place, but how do you validate? Bayesian statistics is really a belief, not an actual belief based on statistics, I guess. So how does that though then prove that the matrix exists? And then who are the ones pulling the levers and pushing the buttons in this? I tried to understand that a little bit more, but I couldn't really, I guess, understand it. I don't know what you guys got.
I'm sorry, Danny. What was that? I wasn't paying attention.
Wow.
Did anybody do any research?
On what is this episode?
A glitches,
A glitch in the
glitches in the.
Oh,
the-
okay,
the
okay.
Matrix.
Well, I mean, I guess in theory, if you're going to say that we live in some computer simulation and there's some, power overseeing that and dictating what we see and do. I mean, some people have gone so far as to say that the towns that we go through are just facades,
Right.
And
I saw, in that story.
so if that's true, then we would really never be able to find any facts about the Matrix and whether or not we're living in this simulation, because isn't it ultimately
Unless there's a glitch.
I mean, isn't it ultimately controlled by people, and if they can go through all
could
this
be-
stuff
could
to
be
generate
aliens.
us? How can they could just they're presenting the facts because it's their
Yeah,
we're
but
in
it's a
computer
glitch.
simulation.
It's a glitch.
So if we are living in a simulation, we're talking about the glitches that are in it that make us aware that
Right.
it exists.
Right. But why?
And some of those glitches that I saw-
if we're just game pieces, why can't they just reprogram us not to see that glitch?
Maybe you have been
Like-
reprogrammed. Maybe when you die, you're reprogrammed and you come back.
I think they probably
the restart button.
you die, they just
Right.
delete that
They're
program because
they're so smart
so
that they
old.
can create. They're so smart that they
Like
can
Scott.
create this virtual world that's three dimensional and you can touch and smell and do all these things, but they can't erase our mind for the moment that we actually saw a glitch. I mean, they're programming it. So how?
I don't know. Maybe they're programming that you think you can smell, but you really can't. It's just a program.
it's just a computer program setting sensations.
Speaking of which,
That's why everything
can you
tastes like
can
chicken.
you taste and smell again? Are you still infected?
Hey,
was like- that was like a month ago.
That's a HIPAA violation to announce that to everybody.
I didn't ask if he had COVID. I asked if he could taste.
Whoa, easy.
I asked if he could taste.
I can taste just fine.
What are you insinuating now?
That you're a liar.
And that
What?
you're
What?
and Scott's in violation.
Technically,
Danny,
you can only
Danny, I'm
cover
interested.
it.
I'm
Yeah.
interested in hearing more, Danny.
Well, I don't know that I have an answer. I guess my question I'm proposing is how do we prove this? But then some of the things that I saw were talking about, these glitches being things that. So some of the glitches that I've seen are things like synchronicity, right? I think Tab touched on that, where you're seeing people moving or doing things at the same time. Maybe that's a glitch. Deja vu being a glitch. I think we talked about in one of our previous episodes the Mandela effect being a potential
Right.
glitch
Yeah.
in the system, and then some of the things that we see are not very clearly understandable. But I also heard this. I don't remember where I saw it, but they talked about the possibility of us being on either end of the spectrum, meaning let me rephrase. The simulation being a simulation of this like multiple levels. Maybe the multiverse theory comes from this
Yeah.
multiple layers of simulation from each community, right? Or each group of things or beings in that
Each layer
space.
of the onion.
Right, exactly. And so, and I've heard theories that either, that the thought process is maybe we are either the originators or maybe we're on the tail end and we're still trying to develop. I think in the movie we watched, they talked about, really our knowledge base only goes as far as the technology that we have available to us or the known technology. So in this case, maybe we haven't quite refined it, but we're approaching that level where reality and virtual reality are indistinguishable.
Yeah. Speaking.
And
I'm sorry, Danny. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, I interrupted. That was rude of me.
No, that was pretty much it. Just that convergence on the reality and virtual reality being our indicator that we're approaching it. So maybe we're on the tail end and about to create the next level simulation or the next multiverse.
Right. So, I mean, did you guys watch that video I sent out? I sent a couple of them. It was in regards to the Unreal Engine 5.
I
didn't get a chance to.
I thought that was spam.
Oh, you did?
I didn't know.
I never
Well,
open videos from
well,
YouTube.
Okay. Well, that's probably a smart thing.
I thought somebody hijacked you and was sending me something bad.
No, it's
I might have thought the same thing.
It was regarding the video game that's actually coming out for the Matrix. I don't remember what the name of Unleashed or I don't know but it's not really about the game. It's just it is so real. Mm-hmm. It's almost like actors of the future are going to have a problem getting a job. Mm-hmm. Real. Mm-hmm. I mean, 5 more years, 10 more years, it's going to be like you won't be able to tell the difference between a computer-generated person and, I'm sure they're going to still need live actors to get the motions and everything, because that's how they do it. But it's crazy how advanced.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be
graphics
a movie where they introduce a new actor or actress without telling anybody, and then later on find out
it's
right. Yeah. It's just like in Star Wars, Princess Leia. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's scenes from that movie where she's digitally made because they didn't have that footage.
Yeah.
Imagine how much money the studios will save.
They'll probably spend
off a lot of actors and actresses. Yeah.
It's just getting cheaper and cheaper. Our hardware is getting cheaper and cheaper. So, maybe we'll all be movie stars digitally.
I wonder if we can make Scott into a digital person and take him on the road trips and stuff.
Our first person should be Dave, and then we can actually
we could actually kill him multiple times.
A simulated Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
If they get too close though, how do we know the difference?
That's true.
Have you guys seen the movie Us?
That would be terrible because then
just put a plate of spaghetti in front of him and see see which one grabs it.
Wow. Have you guys seen the movie Us?
No.
It's a pretty good movie. You should check it out. I think it was I don't remember what year it came out, but kind of that same. There was this. I don't want to spoil it, but watch the movie.
Spoiler alert!
Shut up! Shut up!
It might be worth a watch, but hey, I also had this other thought. It kind of sparked my thinking in this a little bit with one of the guys from that movie who I was talking about the sensory deprivation chamber. I probably should have shared this in the What's New, but I did this yesterday, actually. I'll send you guys pictures.
You did it, actually?
I actually went and did it yesterday, yeah. I did this float therapy. Try it. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I've done it once.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you do all right?
Did you get scared?
No, it was very strange.
Yes.
I mean, I think the session was, we got like an hour thing. I mean, it was a long time. And we got
Jesse, hold on. I think Danny was telling his story.
Yeah. And then we'll let you.
Everybody hijacks Danny's story.
I know, but he was like,
because hey, I did so that. Damn interesting. Thanks, Danny, for being so damn interesting. Because we can't help ourselves.
It's all good. Just make it natural. Let's go.
Anyways, before Rob rudely interrupted me.
And before you rudely interrupted Danny.
Yeah. No, I'm feeding off of Danny. We're talking about something.
Yeah, Danny.
We're not talking at the same time like Rob.
Danny, we're sorry Jesse was talking. Well,
go ahead, Danny. Go ahead.
Oh my God. Okay, so
do they have a thing big enough for you?
Yes, barely.
Oh man! Wow.
It was a tight squeeze. It was.
Did you bump into the wall?
I did hit the wall.
Yeah, I did too.
But that's the thing. You got to kind of stay still in there. Once you get a sweet spot, you're pretty good. But
Danny, will you explain
I'm sorry, Rob. Why are you interrupting Danny? Danny,
I want to ask
go ahead.
I'm sure people don't even know what the heck we're talking about.
That's what I wanted to ask him. What is it now?
Okay, so float therapy is you get a ton of salt water basically in a tank, and you fill it up, and that allows you to float seamlessly, right? You don't have to put effortlessly. It's probably a better word. And so you lay in the salt water, and you just float, and you close your little pod, and it shuts off all the lights and all your senses and things like that. And it's like you're just kind of floating in thin air, basically, kind of thing.
They have that in Portland. Float therapy.
Right.
Yeah.
So I did it yesterday, and thinking about this a little bit with someone. One of the guys mentioned something about doing that in New York in some guy's apartment, if you remember.
Right. And, that'd be kind of creepy, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on in.
They'll lock you in there or something. Yeah, exactly. But what started making me think is, what if we do live in this simulation, are our senses, all five senses, six, I guess, depends on who you're talking to, are the inputs to this player, right? The ones pulling the buttons or pulling the levers and pushing the buttons. What if our senses are the inputs to know that something's going on, but when you turn those senses off, they think something's wrong and they have to check in on you.
Did you smoke
eject
weed
you.
before you went into your therapy session, Danny?
Isn't that required?
No, yeah, apparently. Actually, you have to sign a waiver saying you didn't.
And eat a mushroom pizza? Or
Yeah.
I wonder what the time limits
no, it actually
are on
makes
that.
sense. I mean, what you're saying makes sense. Much like when you said that we're only as smart as the technology that they show us at the time. Because I remember
Right.
as a kid, and in fact with Tab when we were young, and we played these video games when we were like 10 or
They had video
We
games
had
back
the
then.
12
Yeah.
or something like that.
They had Atari.
Yeah, so we had Atari, and then Tab got. I'm trying to remember the name of the game.
Was it that football game?
No, it was where he ran and he would grab the.
Oh, I know which one.
What is it?
Pitfall.
Pitfall. So Pitfall came out, and we're like, oh my god! Like, how is technology going to get any better? And it was literally like. Almost like a Minecraft, very pixely.
Yeah.
But we just graduated from Pong, and we're like, holy cow! Look, this guy has sort of a face, and his legs run like it was just the most silly run, and you would jump and grab, like swinging branches and climb. It was called Pitfall.
Yeah.
And we were like, how are they ever going to get any better than this? Like
There was something like that the other day because Tom Brady just retired from the NFL or whatever, and it showed the first image of him on the first NFL game. It was the first image, and then the most recent one. And I mean, they're so like the most recent video game looks just like him.
Like a photograph.
Yeah,
Right.
And then the old one is like all pixelated,
Right.
and it basically just show how long he's been in the NFL. Like,
Right.
He's been in the NFL this long.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesse, how did your experience go in the little floaty?
I've never done it.
Oh. Well, that was weird. You made it sound like you did.
I
for
never
like
said
an
it.
hour.
We
Yeah.
were just talking about. You just said you did it.
I have no idea what you're talking about,
Yeah, like 10 minutes ago.
bro. I wasn't even. I didn't say anything.
We can play this back. Jesse.
I think we just glitched.
No,
Did we just glitch?
No,
I think we glitched.
I'm kind of disappointed, Danny, that you didn't invite me because I know that they have.
Together,
They have
they have couples.
couple
Couples
pod.
floats.
I wouldn't want to do that. I would not, even with my girlfriend who I love a lot,
Well, you're not-
I would not want to be
You're not in the same pod.
right floating in this chamber of silence. That would be so creepy. Like,
I'd totally do it.
I feel like we're supposed to talk
You
about
gotta
something,
try
but
it.
we're
You
not
gotta
talking.
try
It's
it.
supposed to be quiet, and I'm
Nope.
like floating
You're
in
supposed to
space
just-
with this person
Yep.
next to me. It's just weird. I could not do that.
So, Danny, did
All
you?
the
We could do that, and then we could play. Guess what body part is touching you right now?
Wow.
why would Rob go there? Like, why would Rob go there?
Because it's Rob.
You're the only one in the group that takes things in that direction so fast. I'm
Danny,
beginning to
you
wonder-
just put yourself in there with your
Yeah.
eyes closed, and then you're like, "Get off me, fucker!"
At least he didn't say play who's in my mouth.
Oh,
Oh, wow! Danny had to top me. Danny had to top me.
Speaking of which, I heard there's a party and everyone's coming, Danny.
Oh man!
Ba-dum-bum.
Mine
Okay.
was a
God.
Dane Cook
Remember,
joke. That
cut
was a
down
Dane Cook
tomfoolery.
joke,
Cut
so-
down the tomfoolery.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry.
Shenanigans
Jesse,
out.
go ahead. You had a question. for me,
Tomfoolery bad, shenanigans out.
Wow.
how long was
You're
your
here.
session, Danny?
Jesse. 1
4
hour,
hours.
What?
10 minutes. 10 minutes of music. 45 minutes of silence and 5 minute.
Did it?
Get out.
Did it
yeah.
seem like it was like 7 minutes long? Did it just seem? Did
yeah.
it not seem like an hour?
It did. Well, okay. So I think at first when I got into it, when I really relaxed and kind of just let go and,
Right.
and started seeing my shapes and special effects in my mind. No, that's questions. Once I was in that state,
Let's ask questions.
Yeah. Wait a minute. What do you mean shapes and?
Okay, so something happens in between within like 15 minutes where
Yeah.
it's dark and you're at first you're like, okay, you're getting used to the water.
Is Jesse telling us about his experience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so far, it's aligning with what I did.
I told you guys I've done it.
What is going on here?
I told you guys I did it. And
I'm so lost.
Well,
I did an hour
happened.
session.
Well,
What do you guys are being weird.
well, while Danny was talking, he was interrupting again. That's all.
No, me and Danny went together.
I'm getting frustrated myself, and I'm sure the audience is getting frustrated. And
I'm getting
changed the
frustrated with
channel.
getting frustrated with Tab. So
Okay.
anyways, before I was rudely interrupted by Tab, Rob, and Danny.
And not Scott.
I didn't hear him talk.
God,
Name,
man.
name that smell.
15 minutes.
Let's take a quick break.
Yeah, that was great.
Sensory.
I'm all in.
Sensory matrix. I get it. Okay.
Okay. So, what was your experience?
So it basically felt like time. I don't know. Did it stand still or did it go fast forward, Danny? It was so basically like the first 10 minutes you're kind of getting used to floating in this thing and you can feel the water, and then all of a sudden like the water goes away. It's like feels like you're just floating in air, and it's just dead silence, or there's a little bit of music or a little bit of like natural noises going on. Or
the
whatever.
water temperature is like your body temperature.
Yeah, it's like your body temperature, and it. Then all of a sudden the cue to get out comes on. You're like, I was supposed to have an hour. I've been here for like 10 minutes and the hour's gone.
Exactly.
Explain the pod that you're in.
Yeah, in theory, is that something that you could put in your own house?
Yeah. I mean, it's not,
Yes.
you could put it in the studio here. It's basically just like this bath.
Well,
it's a pod.
let's not get weird.
It's like this big bathtub.
Are you naked?
Yeah. You're
Butt ass?
in
I
your,
was.
you're in your birthday suit. And then it has like this cover. So you get in, it's not very deep. It's probably 8 inches deep or what, maybe it's 10 inches, but you pull the pod down and it's turns off. There's like lights in the side of it. It gets completely
I
dark.
just sent you guys a picture.
And, oh no. And you're,
Of you in it?
I just, no. I just texted to you guys. I think that's what I'm hearing in the background.
I don't know where my phone is.
yeah, there's Danny sent a picture
Where's
of
my
what,
phone?
of what the pod looks like.
Where's my?
That looks like something out of Alien.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
I want one of those for my house.
I could see that.
It's actually pretty. I thought it was super relaxing.
That looks like Mork from
I agree.
Orc.
I
Freaking
would
pod.
worry about
No.
falling asleep and drowning.
Doesn't
So-
it? Doesn't it look like that?
It does look like Mork from Mork.
they have
Just
like
don't flip over. Don't float on your stomach.
yeah,
Who remembers that?
Ow.
Like, I don't want to be rude or anything, Danny, but like, how do you float in 6 or 8 inches of water? I seriously, I'm not trying to be weird or.
It's 10 inches, and the salt water. The salt water
He said 10
makes it so that the
actually
salt water is what makes you float.
yeah.
Okay,
actually,
so somebody of your size could float in 8 to 10 inches of
Yeah.
water.
yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
So Danny would actually float better because he has a bigger BMI than Scott. So it'd probably be easier for him to float than.
Has anyone seen
Yeah.
my
Very
phone?
Scott would probably sink.
We don't have your notes.
I've seen my phone.
But Tab, to answer your question, they have like, if you're afraid, they have like this pool noodle thing you can put around your neck that keeps your head floating higher.
Okay.
So,
All right. So something is touching you then.
well, I didn't use it. You don't have to use
okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, something's touching you, Tab.
Yeah. Anyways, you guys ready to move on?
Yeah, I am. Does everyone everyone explain their? I got one more.
No,
story.
let's move on. Next, we're gonna go movie review.
This is a creepy N.W.C.S story. This is again somebody writing about their
With their chicken?
Matrix. Yes, me and my friend were at a Chinese restaurant and we ordered a N.W.C.S chicken dinner and a shrimp lo mein dish. When we sat down, we took out both boxes and set them on the table about 2 feet apart. My friend opens the box and we see a shrimp lo mein dish. It has all the things in there: noodles, shrimp, fried rice. He closes the box and opens the other box. Inside the other box is another shrimp lo mein dish.
Oh, no, I
Shrimp
hate
noodles,
when that
fried
happens.
rice. So I think they must have mixed up the order. I was just about to say this when my friend says out loud, looks like they made a mistake and gave us 2. And he opens up the first box again. Inside of the box is the General Tso's chicken dinner. General Tso's chicken, white rice, and an egg roll. He froze and looked at me. I looked back at him and they sat in silence.
About 5 minutes.
It took them about 5 minutes to collect themselves. And they're like, I have no idea what the fuck just happened.
Oh, wow. Oh, boy.
They opened the same box twice.
No.
Yeah, I think something's being
They just-
left out. Like
they just
he
got
went, one of the
confused.
guys went to the restroom or something, and the guy switched the boxes.
They just got through, smoking, smoking up.
There's something left out.
Yeah,
of
they
the
didn't
story.
say they were getting Chinese food at 2 in the morning.
Right. What happened before?
Yeah,
What happened before?
after a 3-day binge.
They ate the same pizza Danny did before he
Mushroom
went
pizza.
before he went in the float chamber.
Mushroom pizza with oregano.
So how do we surmise this
Oregano.
glitch in the Matrix?
I think a lot of it's coincidences as far as like people looking alike and stuff like that. But
Right. Glitches in the camera.
yeah, camera, video, just like the wind with the plane, and there were some birds doing the kind of the same thing.
Right.
There's
just flying in one spot.
I think it's all interesting and cool to see that sort of stuff, but I don't know if it's actually like a glitch.
Right. Yeah. Right.
You guys ready to move on?
Yep.
So Rob's taking the blue pill.
Oh yes, I am.
Here we go.
Which pill? Let's ask really quick. Which pill would you all take?
Oh,
Which
red.
one? We're in the Matrix.
Which one's which?
Well, you better explain this to Scott because he probably hasn't seen the movie.
I don't know what you're
So
talking about.
the red pill is that's me getting ready to go and believe that it's true basically, and I want to go learn more. The blue pill is I stay where I am
Blue pill.
and enjoy my ignorance and bliss.
Blue
Yeah.
pill.
Yeah. So Scott's a blue pill.
I'm a red.
Yeah. Jesse, Rob.
I would do the red pill just because I want to dodge bullets. and
Although
fly
I'd miss Scott if I took
and
the
do
red
shit like
pill.
that.
I would miss Scott.
and that way
Yeah.
I could mess with Scott the whole time.
You would all miss me.
I would take one of those little containers, I'd put the pill in there and I'd split it in half, and I'd take half of one of the blue and half of the red.
Yeah, enjoy that.
I would do what
hopefully their time release.
I would do what my morning regimen usually has me do, which is crush up both of them and put them in some pudding and eat it.
Yeah.
Wow.
right next to the Centrum Silver.
Yeah.
Don't forget your ice cream.
I would go.
The
I would go red pill as well.
The little Dixie cup that my psychiatrist hands me every morning with pudding in it.
Let's go find out.
You guys
Yeah.
ready?
Wow.
You guys ready to move on?
Let's
do it.
Do it.
In a quiet town, in a small studio, it's Northwest Curiosity Society's movie review.
I have, through dreaming and waking up, lived thousands of different lifetimes.
There are fundamental metaphors about reality, waking up from a dream. We have this cognitive experience of shifting between realities. There's another world behind this world.
Okay, so this is going to set the tenor for everything.
We are living in a computer-programmed reality.
Simulation theory is the idea that this is all fake.
The Matrix was real.
We are being inhabited by some sort of player. I would start giving myself tests. I'm thinking of someone and I turn the corner and there they are.
The only clue we have is when some alteration in our reality occurs.
We are living in a simulation. Okay, so what do I do with that? I don't know. Enjoy it.
Simulation theory is a blending of religion and science.
This is a way to deal with the complexity of human existence.
What's the point of laws? What's the point of all this?
This is what it feels like to be alive right now.
The inability to separate real world from digital reality.
A world without rules, controls. People are scarcely real to me.
Because it's a game.
There's a lot of very dark forces on the horizon. There are things that are trying to manipulate me. This world is capable of falling apart.
Somebody's got to be putting their hand on the scale.
The creator of the game.
A Glitch in the Matrix
documentary.
Who picked that?
Who did pick that?
I think it was you, Scott.
No,
I don't think it was.
Rob.
Was it Rob?
No, I did not pick that.
Danny?
I have the notes. Look,
I did not.
It definitely wasn't me.
Scott, I was.
Email from Rob.
Nope.
I suggest a Glitch in the Matrix documentary.
I was wondering.
My-
I was
my
wondering
re-
about that. Well, Jesse, when you asked Scott,
my
Scott's
response.
like, oh, it wasn't me.
My response
I didn't pick it out. Oh, it wasn't me.
I'm looking at my response. Rob, I don't think that's the
No.
appropriate movie to watch.
You're making that.
It doesn't look very.
You're making that. That's not even
think
there.
Says, I don't give a shit what you think, Scott.
Nope.
We're watching
Nope.
a Glitch in the Matrix. And I was like, okay, I guess we're watching a Glitch in the Matrix.
Nope.
Whatever.
Nope.
Like, fine, you big bully.
What do you think, Danny?
I got to go first.
I gotta go first. Okay, I struggled with this movie. I had to watch it. I had to do it a second time to kind of get it in with company the second time because I was not tracking.
No, you can't. You can't at all with this thing.
Yeah, it was confusing, but I mean, it helped me to understand people's
Perspective
thoughts and
on it.
theories
Yeah.
on it,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
know, for if we're talking about the production of the movie, I mean, obviously it's a documentary, so you know, it's not like they're, well, are they acting? I don't know. But,
Yeah.
I like how they presented the people
As avatars.
As avatars.
Right.
Yeah.
I hated that part.
Well, I did.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I liked it. I'm just
Why is your hand
being sarcastic, I guess.
creepily coming towards me from the side of the table?
Rob, hands to yourself.
I feel like I need like
We'll put you in.
I'm constantly
People
looking.
can't hear you turning your head.
Why don't we put a
constantly-
table over there, Scott, and we'll put you in a booth.
I need to be separated. I'm constantly having
You
to
need
look
your
over
own-
my shoulder.
It's got a sneeze guard. You don't have to worry about me and my COVID.
It's just not a safe place in here for me.
You want to go to, you could set up in your office and you
Just
could
call in via Zoom.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, where were we? I'm sorry. So, hey, can I just stop everyone just for a second? Speaking of creepy
Again.
hands, yeah, I want to go down this side alley, sort of a little tangent here. Totally based on what we're talking about, but really not. So, and I'll come back to you, Danny. So, when I was doing the Glitch in the Matrix, I came across, it was creepy. I came across this video of this dad in the pool with his kid. And it looked like it was maybe somewhere in Mexico or Costa Rica or something. I don't know. He was in this pool. It was obviously in a hotel pool. And he's grabbing his kid. His kid jumps off the side into his arms. And then he's going to the end of the pool to lift him up where the mom is. And then this hand comes from out of the pool and helps push the kid up. It's the weirdest thing ever. This hand comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
As the dad's lifting the kid up,
Now,
and
how was the resolution of the video?
It looked legit. Like, I don't know why they would fake it. There was really no reason. It was just family video, and it was just weird. Like, this hand comes out of nowhere and helps the kid up. You should Google it. Hand helps kid out of pool.
Yeah, there's another one where the father's filming his son and daughter, and the younger daughter's sitting furthest away, and he's talking to his son. Behind the camera, and I guess the kid had just messed his pants or something like that, and the little girl is grabbing for her cup, but she's short about 8-9 inches, and the cup slides towards her hand, and she grabs her cup like she's got some kind of ESP thing going on. It was kind of crazy.
That has literally nothing to do with the Matrix. But thanks for that, Tim.
No, how do you know that though?
That's a totally different episode.
No.
That's episode 27.
ESP?
Yeah.
It's no wonder Tab always
Another
gets the
glitch.
wrong movie or
no.
whatnot.
I mean, it was in the category of The Matrix. I was looking. It was in one of the top 10 dozen movies I was in.
But
shows I was watching.
Like, I don't know, like 5-10 years, maybe 5 years ago, you would Google something and the actual fact Google search would come up. Now you search for one little thing and like 40 million different you can't even find exactly what you're looking for.
So speaking of just that, like I talked about two things that like the mysterious Michael Jackson man. I cannot find the video of that for the life of me now, and I'm trying to find the video of that mysterious hand helping the kid out of the pool. Can't find it anywhere.
That's I know. I'm looking for it too.
That's because the rabbit hole that you guys went down, and then you started finding all this stuff.
Here's another one. This one probably was in the 90s. This breakdancer kid, he's breakdancing. There's a guy filming him. There's a bunch of other people breakdancing with him. He throws his hat at the end, and then he does one more move, and his hat is back in his hand. It's crazy.
Wow.
Okay, I found it. Here we go. Come and look.
Oh, we gotta get up.
Watch right down here towards the end of the pool.
Oh, that is weird.
Watch again.
I just watched. That's weird. What is that? How is it? We're watching it. Like, I'm watching it on my computer and he's watching on his, and we watched them both exactly at the same time, both times.
Wow.
That was
weird.
So that looked like his hand,
possibly,
because early in the video he kind of had him like cradled.
Yeah.
But then he went to lift him up, and there was another on his torso. Both his hands were on his torso, and his other hand was still cradled. So it was almost like it was glitching.
What is the name of the video on YouTube, Rob?
I'm just on some.
I clicked out
the Straight Time. I'm on some other website.
I put in mysterious hand help kids out of pool. It's weird. It's weird to watch.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it says mysterious hand.
I'm sorry. Let's go back, Danny.
Movie review.
The movie.
I think we should start the movie review over.
In a quiet town. In a small studio. It's Northwest Curiosity.
Movie review.
Thanks, Rob.
We just lost a bunch of
I know,
listeners.
yeah.
We just lost some
Yeah.
people. Anyway, Danny, go ahead.
Don't you love it when he does that?
Yeah. So good.
It was hard to follow for me. It was a lot of kind of all over the place, but eventually some things kind of stuck and resonated with me. At least, like I said, it helped me understand the perspective of those individuals that believed in this. But like I said, I tried to extract like a theme out of it. What was, people's primary argument for this? Side note, this company, one of the film distributors, Magnolia Pictures, is a subsidiary of 2929 Entertainment, which is owned by a couple of billionaires, Mark Cuban and Todd Wagner. Just as a side note, it's kind of interesting.
So should I know who they're associated with?
You know who Mark? Well, I know who Mark Cuban is.
Mark Cuban, he's a multi-millionaire. He owns like the Clippers.
Mavericks.
He's a media,
Mavericks, yeah.
He's a media mogul, or just the Mavericks, or what?
No, he does. He's on that show too.
He was on Shark Tank.
Shark Tank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's
I don't know who the Todd
uber
Wagner
rich.
guy is, but yeah. They're both billionaires, but it's just interesting to me. I kind of went down that path with this one to just see maybe who was the influence behind this.
Sponsors.
Also, of course, we saw reference to Elon Musk in the movie too, another billionaire involved. It's just kind of interesting to see that these folks are in there, but it makes you wonder, what do they know that we don't, kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I think excuse me, I think Elon Musk would be a fascinating guy to sit down and have a beer with.
Yeah. Does he drink beer?
I don't know. We should just get him in base camp and just go on a go on a drive with him.
Are you?
I don't think
Are you
that-
saying we kidnap him? Is that
No. I'm saying we like go to his house and after hours and
get arrested
and ring the doorbell as Jesse goes in the back door and just have a talk with him.
All right,
you
well,
know how we do.
Here, let me give him a call.
Like Friday night, Jesse's like, I can't go out. My old lady's, telling me to watch a movie, and then we go, we go and get him.
and
And
leave
then
her.
he eats a hole.
Well, you want me?
And then we eat some whole.
You want me? You want me to text?
Spit it out. What are you trying to say?
No, you want me to text Eli?
Unadied.
Do you have Elon's text?
No, he goes Eli. I call him Eli, but I'll text it.
Oh, you got his number?
Yeah, I'll text
you
him.
can text him? You're like
Oh,
that with
yeah,
him?
yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay, well, that's the easy way, I guess.
Yo, Eli, what's
There you
up?
go. You just got
Yeah,
weird.
so what was your kind of takeaway on this, Danny?
Are you saying about the movie or the kind
Yeah.
of theory in general?
The theory, the documentary.
Okay, so I do struggle a little bit with the argument that the convergence of technology and reality is proof that we live in this matrix. But I do wonder what happens when and if we get there. That's a scary place to be, where we can't differentiate between virtual reality and reality. I don't know. That'd be a weird place to be.
Yeah, like an
but
Avatar situation.
Right. And who's to say we're not there now, and that maybe technology for different people is, maybe we are there, but not everyone is exposed to it. And then it got me thinking too, is my reality only my reality, or are we all realistically sharing this in this time? You know what I mean? Like, are you guys all here, or am I engaging with you as non-player characters?
That's deep.
Well, I mean, I guess you can also look at it like this: is that if in fact we are living in a video game, so to speak, right? This alternated reality, why then are people like Zuckerberg and what is Facebook called now? Meta.
Yeah.
Meta.
Metaverse?
Why is Meta investing billions and billions of dollars into these alternate worlds? And if that's what we're already in,
Because it's in-game it's in-game currency. So like in the video game, you get money or whatever. They're just spending in-game currency, not
It's like the
actual
company store.
Yeah.
Kind of.
It's like
Maybe
it's like in a video
because-
game, you're like,
Go ahead.
But what I'm saying is that we are clearly moving forward in a direction of dumbing down people,
right,
to live in this, to not take off their VR glasses, right? So we
Is
do these.
Is
we
it
do
dumbing
the-
down people?
Absolutely, is
I
dumbing
think
down
so.
people.
I
I
think
mean,
it's-
without a
Is it?
doubt. If you're detracted from reality to the point that your virtual reality is reality, then yeah, you're
What
dumbing
was that,
down.
Scott? Can you see me?
Danny, bro,
I think we lost Danny. He's got his VR on.
he's had him
What
on
was
the
that?
whole. No, I mean absolutely,
Is this
you're
real
dumbing down. What do I look like as an avatar, Danny, in your world?
Yeah, you don't want to know.
Toucan?
all of Danny's avatars.
No, but what I'm saying is that you absolutely are dumbing down society if you get them to put the virtual reality glasses on and they ultimately don't take them off, then you can't get any more dumb. As brilliant as you might think you are, you're detracted from reality and what's going on around you. So I don't think the dumb is the right word to use, but you're definitely isolated, and that's where they're moving with this whole meta stuff.
Maybe in the future,
distracting people from what I mean. I don't want to get politics involved in it, but you're completely distracting people from what's going on in the real world.
Yeah,
I think that it is.
What if this is the metaverse, right, or the multiverse rather? What if this is the next layer of the onion, like Tab said?
What if we're in it right now?
Advancing to the next.
Well,
yeah, it could be.
I think it's.
What if we're all back at our pods, back at our homes or whatever, and
we're all floating in water.
Yeah, and we have IVs hooked to us, and we have things hooked up. So
I know. Right now, I've got a test. I can confirm 100% that we're in reality right now.
Okay.
Jesse.
Okay.
Take your hand and give your left nut a good whack. Just like
Wow.
just a quick pullback whack.
Okay.
Right now, and we'll know.
Okay.
We'll know. Give it a whack. Not me. Give it. No,
That's
no.
nuts.
Give it a good whack.
He's trying to give Scott.
Ow! It's real. No, it's real.
Wow. Gosh, dude, but I thought we said no more shenanigans.
Yeah,
Wait,
this
no
is-
more. Okay,
that's gone
listen.
way
Yeah, starting now.
Tomfoolery
Starting now.
out.
That went from like 0 to 1,000.
You literally touched my
Let me-
left testicle.
I want to
Wow.
clarify, by the way. It's not about the shenanigans. It's about when we start down a path and then we go, phew, and then try and come back.
Like now.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fourth time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
It's all good. Anyway.
no mid sentence. We're in the middle of something good.
No.
Slap your testicle.
Well, I mean, okay, let's
Multiverse,
go.
yeah.
Let's go back to the movie.
The movie.
The movie.
It's a bunch of
I think-
damn gamers who base all their
Well,
theories on personal experience.
I think it's if people out there are interested in this subject, I think it's a good place to start and so they can kind of understand. Because I don't know if we're doing a really good job of explaining it, other than
I think we're
referencing
doing
the
great.
movies
And who
stuff.
who
but-
is the controller?
Well,
Is,
yeah,
it,
see, I don't.
is it this person that's
I think
sending
it's
Danny the messages
Zuckerberg.
that we need to quit the tomfoolery?
Zuckerberg sitting there with a remote. He's controlling
this-
everybody.
I mean, do you remember the what do they call it?
Furbies?
Furbies? No, not Furbies. People that dress up like
Furbies.
Furries?
furries.
Furries.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was kind of like the first version of like an avatar because they could be the way they want to be and not worry about,
So I bet
people knowing who they
I
are. And
bet Tab's avatar is like this 65-year-old lady. He's like, you guys knock it off. You stop it.
Yeah.
Get
and,
off
and
my
now,
lawn.
and now
Speaking of
they're creating
avatars,
these-
Rob and I were in Alabama. Were we in Alabama? Mississippi. I'm sorry, Mississippi. And we got in the elevator to go up to this gift shop. We were there for training, and we get in the elevator. Who gets in the elevator with us at that gift shop where we started to go up to the second level?
I can't. I'm starting.
You can't remember who got in the.
I'm starting to vaguely
It
remember.
was so bizarre.
I don't. Come on.
It was like an avatar person. It was like a Furby.
Oh yeah, that's
a
right.
wolf boy.
Yeah, and we were just kind of like
fox.
looking at each other, like, what the?
Yeah, this guy gets in dressed like a fox, and it wasn't like he worked there or was part of a street
And there was
performer.
no like.
He had this ultra realistic. It was a fox.
Yeah,
And the mouth moved all weird, and he just kind of looked at us with this weird head movement.
Yeah.
and,
Right.
And we were all going up
that's-
the elevator to the second floor of this gift shop, and I was like, and then he got off, and we were just like looking at each other, like, what the
Yeah.
heck was that?
And there
Weird.
I think we even looked up. There was no like Comic-Con or anything nearby or anything.
no.
We're like, what?
I think it's there's
just how he
people out
wanted to
there
dress.
that can't be comfortable, with people without this mask that they wear.
Mm-hmm.
And then moving on to the digital, you've got these worlds that these creators are making.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they go like the universe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they got these space games that just perpetuate. They just go on and on and on and on for. I mean, they're just.
I could see
It's crazy.
I'm totally against all of that stuff with every fiber of my being, but I had a really weak moment. This was probably, God, I'm going to take a rough guess and say 12 or 13 years ago. And I was introduced to this video game called Second Life.
Yeah,
And
that was years ago.
that's what I said, about 12 years ago.
It was longer than that, I think.
Maybe 13, 15. I don't know. I'm not very good with time. But
Or math.
I don't
Math in
play
general.
I don't play video games. I'm not into any of that stuff, but this Second Life thing sucked me in. Like it totally sucked me in.
Did you have a girlfriend?
I was married at the time.
That's
Divorced shortly after.
That's weird.
Second Life, but
She came across your profile.
no, it was a very short period of time. Like we're talking weeks.
Yeah.
But I would, after I was done with work and we were done with dinner and stuff, I got on to this Second Life thing. And before I knew it, it was literally like 3 or 4 in the morning. And I'm like, oh my God, I've been on this thing for like 10. It was weird. It just like sucks you into this
Right.
alternate, because you go into,
Build a
you go into
house and-
bars and interact with people and you walk. Have you ever, do you know what Second Life is? It's crazy. It's like this.
I don't even know if it's around anymore.
It's like this life simulation, and you're this avatar, and you can go up and talk to
They call
people.
it Sims.
Sims, yeah,
It's
your
like
Sims,
Sims.
and you can walk, you can float anywhere in this world
Yeah.
to like
I
ghetto,
checked it out
ghetto
a couple of
cities, and
times.
there's like crime going on around you, or you can go to like the beaches, and you go into these bars, and it's people from all over the world that are these, and you can go up and talk to people and dance with people. It's the weirdest thing, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
I think that's what the metaverse is going to end up.
yeah, but like after about
You can do that now in VR.
See, I don't know. I'm so out of the loop.
But even for 13
there's a
years
whole,
ago,
like, room.
the technology. But so what people do is they spend their own money to build stores,
Yeah.
and people come in and spend their own real money to buy clothes for their avatar. And people
Yeah.
are making tons of money selling real estate in Second Life.
Right.
Like there's people that's their career is they built.
You know
these
you can do that
stores.
now.
They've built these retail
Danny,
stores.
what is the now?
You can actually buy real estate using crypto inside of, my understanding is like storefronts or property. There's actually the ability, as I understand it, I think this is where Meta is moving to.
Yeah.
The ability to buy virtual real estate and things like that using different like cryptocurrencies and things like that.
Yeah, I heard something about that. Like you can buy real estate right next to some multimillionaire or whatever. You can be his
monetize it.
Yeah, be his metaverse neighbor.
Meta neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah, or a landlord, or hey, do you guys remember
And
Men in
peeking his
Black?
windows late at night.
Weird.
Yeah. It's creepy. Do you
Yeah.
remember the monster or one of the creatures from Men in Black? You see my screen here?
Yeah.
Remember the little character inside
Inside
the
his
face,
head.
the man's
Yeah.
face? Yeah. What if this is what reality is?
Yeah.
That
we're an
we're
alien.
actually just we're the vessel for.
Oh,
Scott,
yeah.
you asked me what you look like in my VR, by the way.
It's a little alien dude.
It's more like this, but
That's what I look like according to your avatar.
Oh, wow.
Does anybody have anything else in regards to
move
our
on.
movie review?
No, I think we should just move on.
Yeah, it's not really a movie, so it's hard to review it. I just say, people
So
that want to know more.
I'm going to quickly just throw in my takeaway before we move on. So I quickly realized about 20 minutes into this that I think it's possible. This is just a theory going through my little brain. But my theory is that people can be so smart that they're actually stupid.
I can agree with that. No common sense.
Like
Kind of like somebody.
like you could tell these people that were trying to explain this were really smart people, but they don't have a good grasp on reality of. They're just like so smart that they're stupid.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
they used big words.
Well,
they
you
were
wanna-
clearly
They got like
they were
PhDs.
Yeah,
and,
they were.
and they could.
They were clearly articulate, but they seem to be lacking common sense. Like they're so smart that they don't factor into their theories.
I have
reality.
I have an example of that kind of. There's this guy where I work. He's like this high up manager in like IT or something. Like he's maybe he's finance. I don't know, but he's super smart, intelligent guy, high up within the company that I'm working for. And there's a leased building. No, there's a leased building with a shared bathroom, and it has a code on it. It's locked. You have to enter the code to enter the bathroom. The code is 1, 2, 3, 4, enter, and then you open the door. That guy, every single time he screws it up, he's super smart, but all you have to do is hit 1, 2, 3, 4, enter, and then open the door. Not once has he gone into that door without effing it up. Like, it's so we could sit there and watch him, and
everyone's like, Rob.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, enter. Anyway. But yeah, exactly what you're talking about. Just they're super smart, but they can't do the simplest function.
Right. I found myself watching this
maybe
movie.
his hard drive's full.
I found myself watching this movie going, Smarty Pants, Mr. Smarty Pants. Like the way that they talked was really annoying to me.
Right.
Like they think they're smarter than anyone else, just the way that they talk. Like, you won't understand what I'm saying because I'm so smart, but just humor me for a moment.
Right.
Like, it was just obnoxious.
Did you watch this with anger, Scott?
No, not at all. I really went into
he does everything with anger.
I really went into Rob's movie wanting to like it.
No. This is Scott. This is all Scott. He does that. He'll pick something, and if it's a success, he'll be like, "Oh, I picked this movie out. This is my movie." But then, and then if it's something else, he'll be like, "Danny, I can't believe you picked. Oh, Rob, I can't believe you picked that out."
I'm not an angry person.
Everything you do is with anger.
I want that known for the record.
I don't know. I feel like this was a bunch of gamers that got together.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you guys ready to move on?
Do it.
Let's go.
Northwest Curiosity Society's Gear Review.
Speaking of Smarty Pants, Mr. Smarty Pants, Danny, Millimeter.
Yeah.
What do you got for us, buddy?
I am wearing my blurred shirt today, by the way. You guys remember what that stands for?
Yeah. Black nerd, baby.
There you go.
I thought you said you were going to get me one of those for my birthday.
You didn't get it yet?
No, I
totally
didn't.
sent it in the mail. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be word?
Clurd.
Okay, so anyway, today I happened this last week to come across Millimeter as a device. So today's device is the Millimeter for review, but I came across a story I'll share with you on the Millimeter after this, kind of talking through what it is. But basically, it is a combination. The original version of this was a combination device of EMF reader / ambient temperature. So if you guys remember back in the days when we used to carry the EMF and then also the temperature little pistol grip looking thing where we got our average readings based off of one reading. But this is a device that is a combination of the two. And so in the original version, you have the EMF reader reading capability, and you also plug in a little device that reads the ambient temperature around the space. So the goal is to really having those two types of readings to assess spikes in electromagnetic frequency and also either raising or dropping of temperature with that temperature gauge as well. Kind of the combination of the two readings giving you indication of, potential paranormal activity in the space. So, just like with any other EMF reader and also temperature reader, it's going to be affected by the environment that you're in. So if you have a lot of electricity running through and things like that, just be mindful of how you position and use that in different spaces. But some of the devices come with, or most of them anyway, with it's backlit, and you have the capability to switch between individually or the combination of the two different ratings. Some of these I've actually noticed have actually spun off into larger capability. So the original Millimeter only had those two capabilities, but there are some companies out there that have developed these kind of expansion slots to give them capability of doing things like REM pod type capabilities, infrared sensors, different things like that. So you have different types of companies that have created these capabilities to expand the capability of the device a lot more. So some of them come with also flashlights, also, like I said, being backlit and things like that. But of course, they run off of 9-volt batteries, so you got to be mindful of your power draw when you're doing this. The original version, from what I've seen, runs out there about $100. You can go all the way up to $329 if you really want to get something super fancy whiz bang with all kinds of capabilities, including a REM pod feature, proximity detector, things like that. So by chance, and I don't know if we actually have a Millimeter proper. I have not had the opportunity to use one myself. What drew me to this, though, was the story behind this. Does anybody know the story of the Millimeter?
I do.
I have a feeling I'm going to know.
Yeah?
I predict that I'm going to know here soon.
Yeah, okay. Jesse, you want to tell or you want me to
go
tell?
ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Jesse.
Anna died.
That was Jesse's version of what the...
So Anna died. equipment.
Anna died. So the Mel meter was created by an electrical engineer named Gary Galka back in 2004, the original version. And he created this after, unfortunately, his daughter, named Melissa, had passed away. And I think it was a car accident. Yeah, car crash. So the family began experiencing different things that they considered, after-death communication, ABC. And inside the house, things like doorbells ringing, touches, lights coming on. A lot of the things we see in the studio there, right? So
we're not allowed to investigate.
Yeah, seeing some different apparitions and things like that. So taking those as a sign of attempted communication from Melissa Galka, their daughter, Gary took it upon himself to create this smell meter, again, with this combination of EMF and temperature. And he's actually, my understanding, has created quite a few different tools out there over time. I think it's somewhere, last I saw was around 30 to 50, maybe different paranormal investigation tools. He's also been featured in Ghost Adventures a couple times, participated in some of the investigations there, including our beloved
USS Hornet.
USS Hornet. Yep, exactly. So, of course, after creating this device, he gave it their kind of nickname that they gave their daughter was Mel, and that gave the name to the Mel meter, how they kind of got to where they are now. So, anyway, kind of a cool device. Like I said, I haven't had a lot of experience. I don't know about you guys with this particular device, but
I think we don't exactly have the Mel meter, but we have equipment that's similar. It's just the Mel meter is all built into one, and and there's several different variations of it. Or, the original one was just a couple options, like you said, and then now they have ones that kind of do multiple different things.
Yeah, I think in those expansion slots, seems like it's cool, and maybe we'll have to see about getting one and kind of check it out, review it.
Yeah, thanks for that, Danny. Appreciate it. You guys ready to move on?
Let's do it.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
What do you got for us?
Why is Rob laughing?
Because he cut it off.
Yeah, he did cut off.
It did cut off, Scott.
Yeah,
the end.
Yeah,
the end. That's how it's recorded. The end is cut off for some weird reason.
It's a glitch. It's just glitched.
I don't remember it being like that. And we're having a Mandela
We interrupt
effect.
this program to bring you a special report.
There it goes.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't. I didn't cut anything off. I just let it play. No. Watch. Let's do it again.
We
You're double
interrupt
clicking.
this program to bring you a special report.
Speaking of glitches in the Matrix, no.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
I didn't touch it.
That was weird.
That was weird.
I was gonna say, why is it
We
not
interrupt
looping
this
like
program
usual?
to bring you a special report.
God, Scott.
Scott, every time.
Okay, put your hands up. Put your hands up. All right. Keep them up.
Yeah, you just have to do that. He's over there glitching.
All right, go ahead.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
So, I'm probably going to butcher her name, but there's this lady. Her name is Brocarde. She's 38. She's a songwriter. And she's fallen in love with this guy named Eduardo. And he is a Victorian soldier. And they're getting married. But the problem is they're having a hard time getting a church to do the ceremony. Because Eduardo has been dead for a couple hundred years. And
that is a problem.
Yeah. So apparently
How does he sign the marriage certificate?
Yeah, they're working through that. So he's apparently proposed to her, and he communicates to her through, like, she'll get up in the morning, take a shower, it's nice and steamy, and he'll start drawing in the steam on the bathroom wall. And so she wakes up one morning, she feels this ring on her pillow, and she's like, oh, that's weird. So she gets up, takes a shower, and Eduardo draws a question mark on the shower, like proposal. So she decides to get married, and she's going to make a Ouija board with all these different dates on it so he can help pick the wedding date. And she's gone to all these churches, but they've instead of agreeing to the marriage, they either deny her or want to do or they want to try and talk her out of it or do some type of
intervention,
something.
Just have a ceremony. Why make it legal?
Yeah. So apparently the other issue they're having is Eduardo wants his best friend to be his best man, but he went to hell in 1875 and he hasn't seen him since. So.
Yeah, the church would probably frown on that.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Like I said, just have the ceremony.
So,
be done with it.
But they also want to have like these big name celebrities come to the wedding, like Johnny Cash and
yeah, I could see how
Yeah.
you'd want him to be there.
John Wayne.
Yeah, all these different celebrities are in, that are also may or may not be in hell.
I just picture the Haunted Mansion ride where they're all just dancing around the table and the music is playing and,
Interesting news.
Yeah, and she went to the Catholic Church and they told her that we should probably do an exorcism on you. So
I could see that.
So...
And she was calling from, she was interviewed from Fort Hill Sanatorium. Where was she interviewed?
I don't know where the interview was.
Is this the Onion News?
No.
I think she might have a mental health issue. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know. I mean, it could be.
Well, I mean, it's not, when I was looking for this article, there were some other kind of interesting articles along the same lines. Not so much like getting married and wearing this, getting dressed and going to a church and everything, but there was definitely some interesting human ghost relations. There's one lady, an Irish lady, that married a ghost who was a pirate. So
wow,
it is out there.
Erg.
That was a wonderful impersonation of a pirate, Danny. Can you do that one more time?
Thank you. Arr, matey.
Wow. All right. With that,
we should do an episode on pirates one of these days.
I agree. That wraps up big, exciting episode number 38.
Is it
the big 3-8?
To come up, episode number 39, which is going to be even bigger than this one.
Now for 40, we're going to have a big party.
I think 40 might be our Wolf Creek Inn.
Oh yeah,
that might be our 40.
Yeah,
it's not going to be now that we said that.
Yeah,
it's gonna mess it up.
It's going to be 39.
Yeah. Danny, thank you for being here. Rob, Tab, thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Jesse, thank you.
Yeah, no, I didn't say it.
Scott, we really appreciate.
But I do appreciate you being here, Danny.
Shout out to Scott.
Danny, thanks for calling in.
Danny,
love you.
Yes,
thank you.
And
love you too, man.
Crescent City, California.
Until next time.
Nighty.
Oink, oink.
Bye-bye.
Night.
Night.